All right, baby. Here we are. Oh my goodness. Things have been discovered, I tell you. Issues that I have not been aware of. I might have heard word of, but not have I been aware of it myself. No. 4. Latency in Ableton can cause problems. And very specifically, timeline-based syncing gets messed up by latency. So what the hell does it all mean? And then what does it mean for you? And what does it mean for me? I don't know. I haven't really noticed it in the past, but I reckon it's been affecting me subtly. So pretty much, if you knew or not, certain devices in Ableton can add latency due to their processing, I guess. So the way you can find out that kind of thing is if you look at the bottom left of the screen, just under me over here, hovering over anything, you can see latency, 0 samples. So I found out that the spectral time is a Ableton native plugin that adds latency. You can see here 29 milliseconds. So if you have multiple things or just some things that are really heavy or whatever and add latency, say 3 spectral times, chuck them in a group, you can see the whole group is adding 87 milliseconds of latency. So what this means, or like what the problem is, that basically if you're running a timeline synced plugin like Autopan or LFOtool or Shaperbox on sync mode, or even the Autofilter LFO on sync mode. I guess theoretically any LFO on sync mode, that might be incorrect though, I'm not too sure exactly, will be thrown off time. And let's have a quick listen to what that sounds like. So I've got this sound. Let's turn the Autopan off. So, right, and then I've got the Autopan on like the quarter note, don 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 don. If we play the metronome with the Autopan, you can hear it's off time. And then this is the issue, gang. If you turn this off, so theoretically it shouldn't be adding any latency, right? Listen to it. You can hear it's off, and only when I delete it, you can hear boom, 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 boom. That's perfectly in time, baby. So, having a quick look at what this means on the grid, if I flatten this, you can see that the Autopan has been moved off the grid, right? And what it should be looking like is if I delete this and freeze this, with Control B, by the way, mad little shortcut for ya. Boom, there it is there. Nice and on time. I know that might be a little bit dark for you, so what I'm going to do is make that a brighter color for now. Yeah, and so with them on this time around, just so that you can see the difference. And turning them off as well, so you can see the difference. Psych! There is no difference. It's still off. Yeah, look at that. And you can check it out by zooming in, holding Alt to select a really specific little spot here. Check it out at the bottom. I'm going to hover over the time. Look your eyes here. 87 milliseconds. Yeah, exactly how many milliseconds our 3 spectral times are pushing off. So what's happening, all right, just to get a bit of an understanding here, is this is adding 87 milliseconds of latency. So Ableton thinks this whole thing is shifting over, say, to the right, 87 milliseconds. Autopan is doing its counting thing on the grid, and then Ableton's like, okay, we have to shift all of this back 87 milliseconds. If I put this on the other side, this is a little experiment. I actually haven't sussed what happens here. And we flatten it. No walkers, mate. On time. So it's pre-chain. And then here's the catch, yo. Here's where it gets kind of worse. I'm telling you, there's some problems out here. I'm going to talk about what does work and what doesn't work here as well, what is and what isn't affected. So far, the issue is having a time-based, like a latency-inducing effect or plugin before any type of timeline synced effect is going to shift it by that amount of time that it's adding latency to. So that's the issue, right? Doesn't matter if it's on or off, it's going to move. It's going to add latency to your project. Things are going to get out of time. Your Autopan isn't going to be on time. Quick fix would be to move the phase just to hear it. So if we just listen to this guy, you can hear it's off. So if I know I want to shift it I don't know, I'm just going to mess around with it. Yeah, so I go to 360 and then come back a bit. That's kind of about as good as I'm going to get it with my ear right now. Oh, not quite good enough. Haha, good try. I guess that's some good ear training. So yeah, you can see I still didn't quite get it right with the phase, but if I pull it back even more, give it a little nudge in the right direction. Yeah, almost there, right? So it's a little bit too far now. Anyway, so you could fix it like that. You know, you have to be aware of this though. If you're not aware, you're not gonna know. No. So now you know. That's how a quick fix. If you have to do that and you're like, I know this is going to do it, you kind of have to figure out degrees to milliseconds, I guess, which is probably some sort of formula for. And where this also plays into effect, some serious issues here. If I'm going to delete a couple of these audio channels, delete this audio channel. So say I've got a bass group going. If Autopan is on the group and this channel in the group has it, so these audio channels are routed through. So basically, if there's at any point in the audio signal, there's latency being induced because this group is processing this audio, it's going to affect it. So what this means as well is if you have a send, put it here, and we're sending in our on group this, and let's just add another Autopan and set it up how I had it before, quarter. If we're sending audio to audio 6, so this one gets sent to 6 audio and this one gets sent to 6 audio, and we listen. Why not? Sorry, fam. Here we go. No input. All right. Okay. But that's because this is here. If we put that there. All right. You can hear it's out of time because this audio channel is adding latency in the mix. It's pretty specific. Like I don't think I've ever added an Autopan to a thing like that. But like if you're adding techno and you're using an LFOtool to do your ducking for you, just based on an LFO, that's going to be a massive issue. So what are the workarounds for this, right? So if you really want to work around, first of all, sidechain won't be affected by this, which is really nice. So if I've put these guys back onto the bass channel, send this to the main, get rid of some of this stuff so we know what we're looking at. So yeah, we're looking at this channel here. Wrong main, that main. Okay, so if I've got the latency on there and I've got something like Shaperbox, I'll just show you as well. Sorry, I'm jumping around the place a little bit, but if I add some time-based things going on the quarter note, you can hear how it's off time, and without the latency latency. Right, so this isn't just an Ableton native thing, it's all time-based things. But if I were to trigger this from a MIDI input or an audio input, so if I take, hi, this is Vibase from the future. I actually just wanted to chime in about MIDI because it's not something that I usually use in Shaperbox, but I actually just found that it has some sort of latency issue, which I'm not really sure why, and I just wanted to show you real quick what's going on. So if I have Shaperbox running through MIDI and it's being triggered on a quarter note, by MIDI from an external instrument, sending it straight to here. I will flatten it down. And for some reason, it's a little bit early. You can see here, it's actually coming in a little bit early. These are other examples of that. Where are you? yeah, for some reason it's coming early. Not sure why that's happening. If anyone knows why that's happening, please let me know. The latency isn't affected by the extra plugins, because even if I add the spectral times 3 times and move them over, it's the same outcome. So not really sure what's going on here. Yeah, see, it's the same sort of spot. The waveform's different because of the spectral time. Don't know what's going on there. Anyway, back to the video. MIDI input or an audio input. So if I take the audio sidechain from kicks, you can hear it's on time, and I've gone and deleted my spectral times again. Should just have them, put them over here. It's in time, and then if I go back to sync, so out of time. Bum, bum, no good. So sidechain allows you to keep things on signals. So if you're going to run any like sidechain compressing, definitely run sidechain. Don't run it on an LFO because it's going to cause problems. The other way to get around doing wubs, say I really like want to have some sick wubs in my channel, but I really want to have these 3 spectral times or whatever, adding latency to my channel beforehand. There's 2 nice devices. We've got the LFO in Ableton, and we've also got Shaper. There's probably more, but I just found these ones to be pretty effective. So if I want to do what Autopan does, all I need to do now is just get a utility, throw it in here, give this one, actually I'm just going to pull in a rack that I've made, which just does the gain from 0. So we're not going to get past 0 here. Put it on this. Right, and then I could go to down, 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 and put it on time base. Right, you can hear it on time with the spectral times, right? So if we go on time, on time. So the time-based, which like the time-based rate on LFO doesn't get affected by this for some reason. If you know why, that'd be dope to comment in the comments why that works. But this is synced, so every time you reset the timeline, you can see it syncs up. And you should be able to move the phase and stuff, so you can make it however you want. So ta-da, you've got Autopan now like set up. You could make this into your own little rack if you wanted to. And then if you want like more control, I recommend using Shaper, because Shaper gives you like infinite nodes. You can turn the snap off and map this one to the gain. And it's not adding latency, right? But this is heaps cooler than Autopan because you get the sweet shapes. It's a little bit more fiddly than your average thing, but I think it's pretty mad. Oh my god, see, this is how quick it is, like holding shift to delete things, but sometimes you can also bend stuff, so if I delete, which is pretty cool. So at least now we know like this is going to stay in sync, and whatever sort of like swing we create is like literally what we're doing. Is we're not going to have to deal with this latency and sort of be working in the mental realm as much as like actually the physical realm. So yeah, I think that's about it really. Like, just so you're aware, you know. I hope you find this informative. This all came from seeing Seed to Stage's reaction video to another like OG in the YouTube scenes, sort of talking about what they like and hate about Ableton, and they're talking about this latency issue, and I really wasn't aware of it, so I just wanted to spread the good word, yo. And I'm really actually stoked on this Shaper discovery, just realizing that I can make way more interesting shapes, particularly like with Autofilter, chucking Autofilter on there, because as a little example, again, turning this LFO on to sync and putting it onto whatever. Where's that saw ramp down? You can hear it's off if I flatten that. You can see it's been bounced forwards because of the latency that we're introducing here. So if I delete that, same thing again. And so to get around that, instead of using this LFO amount, you can use this. And then also you get this nice depth knob, which is nice. Yeah, there's lots of control in this shaper thing. But if I just map it to the frequency, make it remote, then you can sort of change how high it is and stuff. Turn that back on. Let's go do some tweaking. Hell yeah. You get tweaky with it, you know, and it's just like having like a serum LFO, you know, but actually in Ableton, which is kind of dope. And it's synced, right? So I don't know if I copied that thing before, but anyway, it's synced. I think you get the point now. Happy producing, fam. Go make some bangers, make some up for you, make some music for the sake of making music, and yeah, give us a like, give us a subscribe, keep tuning in. Gonna make content for beginners, intermediates, and these little sort of tips for anyone really. So much love. See you in the next one.